Hey Abby, what do you think of my new shirt?
I think it's time to start the show. Welcome to MSU Tonight. I'm Abby Mikulek.
And I'm Dylan Norton. Later on in the show, we'll bring on Zachary Lamb, the musical theater student that's somehow doing everything everywhere all at once.
We'll also compare Fazoli's Chicken Alfredo against our very own Chef Beef's to see who is the greater cook.
But first, it's time for Hot Topics.
This Saturday, Murray State University's music department hosted Festival of Champions with a good turnout, followed by a special racer band performance to end the night. MSU Tonight's Alora Gunn was on scene to capture the event.
Murray State University Department of Music hosted their annual marching band event, Festival of Champions, this Saturday, October 1st, open to the public in Roy Stewart Stadium, and featuring a live performance from our very own racer band. Festival of Champions is a prelims finals format contest established in 1976 by the Thoroughbreds band director David A. Wells, before they adopted their current name, Racer Band, following the 1978 season. "13 high school bands from the surrounding Murray, Kentucky area came to perform for awards in Best in Class, Overall Percussion, and Overall Guard awards.
I think we're feeling pretty good right now. I think for our class and what we did for our first performance, I think we did pretty well. I think we're feeling pretty confident right now.
I performed and we just had a great performance. It was awesome. We all hit our dots correctly. We all decrescendoed and crescendoed.
It's amazing. I love how they do it here because you get to watch the kids. They're doing their set and then they get, feedback from the judges and they get to get better at it, like take that constructive criticism and get better at it. It's really cool to watch.
While all of the bands put effort into impressing the audience and the judges, ultimately, only one could be named the winner of Festival of Champions.
The 2022 FOC Grand Champion is Murray High School.
In March of 2021, Murray State suffered a dear loss. Student Sarah Townsend had been found dead outside of town that day. This loss shook the university and the town to its core, bringing the safety of the students of the university into question. Thankfully, the man who committed this awful act was tried and found guilty of the crime. Julia Sotomayor was found guilty of several felonies and will be serving a 40-year sentence for the murder alone without the possibility of parole. This comes as great news to everyone at Murray State, knowing that this terrible crime finally has been resolved.
The LGBTQ+ programming organization on Murray State's campus has now been revamped as the Pride Center. The Pride Center is meant to be a safe and relaxing place on campus and to provide resources for all types of college needs for all students. They also have free buttons, stickers, lanyards, activities, and more for all students to drop by.
Here at the Pride Center at Murray State University, we do projects, we do different organizations. We're mostly just a hangout space for students to drop by and be like, hey, I need a place to study, or like go eat lunch. We're a pretty relaxed space here. We like to just network for the most part. So people just come in here and they make friends.
The Pride Center is located in Blackburn in room 243 and is open from 9:30 to 3 on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, and 9:30 to 5 on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Saturday, October 1st, was the second annual Harvest Fest that happened in Murray's Central Park. There were a string of events that happened throughout the day, including food trucks lasting into the night, and families had opportunities to play on the playgrounds. There were also several Halloween light displays set up around the park, and to wrap up the night, there was a screening of Halloween's Town in the park's amphitheater.
The third annual Pete 3 Fest will return to Murray this Saturday. The event, which includes a skateboard contest and a concert, was started by Andrew O'Rourke in 2020 in honor of his late brother Peter. All proceeds from the food and merchandise at the event support Neartown Recovery, a local addiction treatment center. This year's musical guests are Callan B and the Hive, Nazo, and DJ Steven Spadafino. Pete 3 Fest will begin at 11 a.m. on October 8th at the Murray Lions Club skate park located in Central Park. That's all for Hot Topics.
When we come back, we'll talk with the Zachary Lamb and even listen to him recite a monologue while enjoying some lovely peanut butter.
Stay tuned.
Welcome back to MSU Tonight. I'm Dylan Norton, and I'm here with the one and only Zachary Lamb, who is somehow everywhere on campus all the time.
Thank you, Dylan. I'm happy to be here.
You happy to be here? Well, you know, I see you on campus all the time. Just tell me a little bit about yourself, what you do on campus.
Well, Dylan, I think the better question some days is, what do I not do on campus? You know, I'm involved in so many things. I'm a musical theater student, so you can find me on stage. I'm also just a singer in general, so you can find me in choir. But also I'm a reporter for WKMS, so you'll hear my voice on the radio every now and again, and I also like to help you guys out in the TV production majors.
I mean, we appreciate it, and as you said, you're everywhere. So what's your favorite place to be on campus? Where do you relax, you know?
If I ever just need to cool off, after a busy day or doing so many things, I actually really enjoy the Zen Garden. It's a great place to just sit down, especially now that the weather's cooler. It's a good place to have lunch.
How do I get like you? You're so productive, but you stay on top of it. How do I do that?
Well, Dylan, this didn't happen overnight. It took many months of training. And when I mean training, I mean literal training. I spent a whole summer with Tibetan monks in the mountains of Mount Everest. And while I was there, I heard a voice come from the heavens, and it spoke to me and told me what I needed to do in life. And, long story short, that's how I ended up here. That's how I ended up talking to you, and that's how I ended up being who I am.
That's pretty impressive. You've put on all the work. You've earned all this. Thank you for your time here today. Is there anything you'd like to say to the audience today?
I do. Honestly, I could make a joke here, but I'm not. Let's just be nicer to each other. I wonder what would happen if we all just tried to think, what's the compassionate thing to do? So, if I just had to say one thing, that's what it is. Be nicer to each other.
I couldn't agree more. Thank you for your time for the interview. When we come back, we're going to be seeing Zachary Claggett and his, a monologue, actually. Zach Lamb, a different Zach, will be presenting a monologue, but with a bit of a twist. Stay tuned.
Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle with these butchers. Thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of times. Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood. Over thy wounds now I do prophesy, which like to your mouth, ope the ruby lips, that bears the voice and utterance of my tongue. A curse shall light upon the limbs of men, domestic glory, and fair stable strife shall cumber all parts of Italy. Blood and destruction shall be so new and so dreadful, objects so familiar, that mothers shall but smile when they behold their infants slaughtered with the hands of war. All prison choked with custom of foul deeds, and sees the spirit raising from the dead, with ache by his side, come hot from hell. Shall in these confines with a monarch's voice, cry havoc, and let slip the dogs of war.
but the thousands of smell above the earth with helium then groaning for burial.
That was brilliant, Zach. When we come back, we'll settle once and for all who can make the best chicken Alfredo. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Big Beef, and we're putting Fazoli's to the test to see if we can make the food at home. This is Big Beef's Culinary Conquest. Alright, so first start out with a pot of water, add some salt, add some olive oil, set it on medium heat to boil. While that's heating up, grab a chicken breast and trim the fat off of it. Next, butterfly the chicken. Like cut it in the center. Make sure to season your chicken heavily, unlike some people. You know who you are. I use salt, garlic powder, seasoning salt, and freshly ground black pepper. By that time, the water should be boiling, so go ahead and add those noodles. Get a saute pan, set to medium heat, add olive oil. After it's heated up, add your chicken. Cook for about 5 minutes on both sides to get that clean, crispy crust. I mean, look at it, it's beautiful. Anyways, the chicken should be done by now, so go ahead and take it off the heat and set it aside for plating. Just before the noodles get done, get about a half a cup of that pasta water. We're gonna need that for later. The noodles should be done by now, so go ahead and strain it and set it aside. Alright, so now let's start on the Alfredo sauce. In a hot pan, throw 2 tablespoons of butter. After letting that melt, add a cup of heavy whipping cream. While that's simmering, add about 3 tablespoons of garlic powder. As it thickens up, add your Parmesan cheese. After the cheese melts, add in freshly ground black pepper. When it's fully melted, add in your pasta. After the pasta is incorporated, do you remember that pasta sauce? Go on ahead and add that in for me. Mix until completely incorporated. By now, your pasta should be done, so go ahead and take it off the burner. Now let's prepare the plate. Pour the noodles onto the plate and cut the chicken. There you have it, a chicken Alfredo that'll for sure beat any Fazoli's you go to. Don't believe me though? Let's put it to the test.
Welcome back, everybody. Today, I'm going to be taste testing one of my favorite foods, chicken Alfredo, prepared by both Fazoli's and our very own Zach Claggett to see who's the better cook.
Abby's going to be blindfolded to get an unbiased opinion of which dish tastes better. So Abby, if you'd like to go ahead and put that blindfold on.
All right.
And as she's putting that on, me and Beef are actually gonna be swapping, so that way she doesn't know which one she's actually getting. You know, plenty of swappings being done here.
I'm blind.
Okay. All right. So, Zach, let's go ahead and have Zach feed Abby which one his is. Can you show the camera which one that you're presenting to her? Okay. Abby, are you ready?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Where are you at?
Brush yourself with your mouth, dog.
Okay, now can you describe the flavors that you're getting here today?
Pretty good. I do taste some seasoning on the chicken, so could be Zach's. I don't know. Pretty good. I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10.
See, you have that score, but just wait for the next one.
Okay.
Okay, now let's see. This is the one that we're preparing today. Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, Billy.
Now your thoughts on that one?
I don't know, man. I was overwhelmed.
Do you need another bite?
Do you need another bite?
Yeah, a smaller one, please.
Do you need another bite of the other one? Probably should have asked that first.
No, I'm good on the other one. I just got bombarded by noodles. Okay, give me some more chicken.
Okay, I'm getting the bite prepared.
Okay.
I'm getting the correct one. Okay, open your mouth. Ready? Okay, you ready for the next?
Yeah.
Okay, thoughts on that one?
Okay. Never mind. I think this one is Zach's. The noodles were a lot thicker. But I didn't taste as much chicken.
But which one do you like more? It's not. You're not trying to figure out which one is Zach's. Which one's
That's
better?
true. Honestly, I think the noodles on the second one were better. But the first one, the chicken was better. So honestly, I think I'm going to have to go with the first one.
Okay, now open your blindfold. Yay!
Oh, the first one
it
was yours.
It was Beef's. Our own Zach Claggett, aka Big Beef, has bested a large corporation known as Fazoli's.
I hate that place. It's bad.
Thank you all for pausing your video games to watch tonight's show.
To watch more MSU Tonight content, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/MSU Tonight.
From all of us at MSU Tonight, have a lovely fall break. Good night.